Not until the corner of her robe was tugged did the deceased woman realize in sheer horror that her husband could actually see her even as a ghost. It turned out the princess, in order to marry this married man, actually murdered the woman and demanded that he become her husband. The man agreed to the princess without the slightest sorrow. Little did he know that after her death the woman had become a ghost and witnessed the scene, and felt sad and grieved about it. The man told the princess that he wanted to bury his wife with his own hands. The princess was displeased. The man said it was to prevent his wife's ghost from pestering the princess, so the princess agreed and they rode a carriage up the mountain to bury his wife. Seeing this scene, the wife was very angry and shouted insults at her husband. When burying his wife, the man did not use a knife to dig the soil but dug with his bare hands and tidied up the deceased wife's appearance. Watching this scene from the side, the wife forgave him. The man slowly turned his gaze in the wife's direction and asked affectionately how she was killed. The wife was shocked and thought her husband could see her. Then the princess's urging voice dispelled the wife's doubts. The man then took out a knife and cut off a lock of his wife's hair and took out a jade pendant, splitting it into two with magic. He stuffed half of the jade pendant into the deceased wife's hand and then buried her. After burying his wife, the wife walked away from the man. At this moment, the wife was unexpectedly drawn to the man. She was very confused about this. Then she had to follow the princess and the man back by carriage. In the carriage, the woman could only listen to their conversation and secretly curse them for being shameless. As soon as they returned to the man's house, they saw the woman's parents crying and denouncing the princess at the gate. The princess was very angry and wanted to kill the woman's parents. To save them, the man had to publicly humiliate them and drive them out of the city. Secretly, however, he told his servants to settle them properly. The man's approach was appreciated by the princess. The wife was extremely distressed and cursed the man but was helplessly drawn to him. Then the princess took the man to the princess mansion and ordered him to share her bed and marry her the next day. The man, however, chose to stay in the guest room on the grounds of making a surprise gift for the princess and asked the princess for a lock of her hair, saying that he would weave a concentric knot with his own hair and the princess's hair as materials to bless their future love. The princess was very happy, cut off a lock of her hair and allowed him to sleep in the guest room. That night the man stared at the princess's hair, waiting for midnight to come. The woman could only sit beside him in a daze, wondering why she was always drawn to the man and complaining a few words. At this moment the man stood up as if he had heard her and walked straight towards the woman. The woman was instantly stunned, thinking the man could see her. Then the man passed right through her body. It turned out he just wanted to go outside to admire the moon. Watching the moon outside the window, the woman's mind was filled with countless thoughts. At this moment the man took out the princess's hair and hers from his pocket and began to weave the concentric knot alone. Watching this scene, the woman felt very confused, cursing the princess's viciousness while envying her family background and beauty. Until the man finished weaving the concentric knot, the woman turned to leave, feeling dissatisfied. At this moment the man unexpectedly pulled the corner of the woman's robe. Only then did the woman realize that the man had been able to see her and hear her all along. What happened next?